Now that we've seen the theory behind the consumption possibilities, we can cover some exercises on the topic. Let's see how to answer questions on changes in income and on changes in prices. How would the consumption possibilities of an individual change if his or her income increased? Remember that we can calculate the X and Y intercepts by taking the budget divided by the price of each product. In this context, a higher income is likely to increase the budget allocated to these products. This leads to a higher value for both intercepts. The new X and Y intercepts may become the following. Linking them shows the new CPC. You probably noticed that the slope of the new CPC is the same as the old one. Remember that we can calculate the opportunity cost of product X by taking the price of X divided by the price of Y, which is also equal to the slope of that line. Since prices of both products have not changed, the slope and the opportunity cost are the same. The opportunity cost of product Y, which is the price of Y divided by the price of X, is also the same for both CPCs. Finally, a shift in the CPC leads to a change in the consumption combinations available to this consumer. In the case of an increase in income, some combinations that were unattainable before are now attainable. How would the consumption possibilities of an individual change if his or her income decreased? In this context, a lower income is likely to decrease the budget allocated to these products. This leads to a lower value for both intercepts. The new CPC may become the following. Since prices have not changed, the slope and thus the opportunity costs are the same for both CPCs. In the case of a decrease in income, some combinations that were attainable before are now unattainable. Now, try to solve the following exam questions. Let's say that an individual has a budget of 45 that can be split between two products, Putin and beer. Let's assume that the price of Putin is 5, while the price of beer is 3. Draw the CPC of this individual. Don't forget to calculate the intercepts. Calculate the opportunity cost of both products. Let's say that the budget of this individual increases by 15, while the price of both products stay constant. On the same graph, draw the new CPC and calculate the intercepts. Calculate the new opportunity cost of both products. You can pause the video now. The answers are the following. 1, 2, 3, 4. How would the consumption possibilities of an individual change if the price of one product decreased? Let's assume that the price of product Y decreases while the price of product X stays the same. A smaller denominator leads to a higher value for this intercept. The X-intercept doesn't change because neither the budget nor the price of X have changed. Linking the two shows the new CPC. Note that the slope of the new CPC has changed this time. The opportunity cost of product X has increased, while the opportunity cost of product Y has decreased. In the case of a decrease in the price of a product, some combinations that were unattainable before are now attainable. What if the price of one product increased instead? Let's assume that the price of product X increases, while the price of product Y stays the same. A greater denominator leads to a lower value for this intercept. The new intercepts may become the following, which gives us this new CPC. The opportunity cost of product X has increased, while the opportunity cost of product Y has decreased. In the case of an increase in the price of a product, some consumption combinations that were attainable before are now unattainable. What if the price of both products changed? If the price of one product increases while the price of the other decreases, the new CPC crosses the old one. For example, an increase in the price of product Y with a decrease in the price of product X can lead to the following result. Some consumption combinations that were unattainable before are now attainable, while others that were attainable before are now unattainable. When the price of both products increases or decreases, the new CPC will be either below or above the old one. There is, however, a special case in which an increase or a decrease in the price of both products leads to a CPC with the same slope as before. For example, an increase in the price of both products by 10% leads to the following CPC. Although both intercepts have decreased, both lines have the same slopes and opportunity costs. This special case is seen when the percentage change in price of X is the same as the percentage change in price of Y. Both prices must also change in the same direction. Now, try to solve the following exam questions. Let's start with the same initial situation: a budget of 45, a price of poutine of 5, and a price of beer of 3. Redraw the CPC of this individual. Don't forget to calculate the intercepts and the opportunity cost of poutine and beer. Let's say that the price of poutine decreases by 3 and the price of beer decreases by 1, while the budget stays constant. On the same graph, draw the new CPC and calculate the intercepts. Calculate the new opportunity cost of both products. You can pause the video now. The answers are the following: 1, 2, 3.